Hi guys. I don't know if you know, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. Today, what I want to do is give you as much advice as I can on safety tips at home, at work, playing sports with our kids so that you feel as confident as you can getting through this pandemic. I'm Savannah from Rural Rescue Life. I'm a firefighter, a first aid instructor, a business owner, but most importantly, I'm a mom. Here at Rural Rescue Life, we share home and family safety tips in hopes to grow your confidence and knowledge for a safer community. If you are new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell beside so you get notifications when we upload new safety content every Tuesday. When you're talking to your kids, stay calm and reassure them that they are safe.
Like, do you know why we have to wear masks?
Yeah.
How come? To keep us safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you give kids a mask with some characters or their favorite color, they're happy to rock it all day and just stoked that they get to play with their friends. Our mental health is so important right now, and we're in tricky times. So if sports is a normal thing for you and your kids, then definitely keep that up as long as it's a safe environment. Before you're signing yourself up or your kids for any outside teams, make sure that you ask for those COVID protocols and read them over and make sure that you're confident those are actually going to happen. A couple of the best protocols I have seen is one, the team shows up fully dressed. The only thing that they're not wearing is their footwear, so they can change into that, so not bringing any extra items in. They are wearing masks the entire time. It doesn't matter what sport, we are going to wear a mask the entire time. Once the team is together, they stay together as a group and nobody else is allowed to interact with the team. Even some high performance sports actually have security guards assigned to the team so that if one of the players needs to go to the bathroom, they're being watched that whole time so nobody else can interfere with that healthy team so that we can go forward with it. In the description below, I have listed a bunch of different ways you can communicate and talk to your children and some ideas that you can share with them. Our daughter is only 3. She's a little young to completely understand the whole idea, but we definitely do talk to her about the pandemic. All right, so we came to the store, we're running our errands. We want to put our mask on, so let's make sure we do that properly. So first thing, since we just got out of the car, we're moving around, let's sanitize our hands. We have our 80% liquid hand sanitizer. Use a good amount. Make sure you keep rubbing your hands in the crevices in your nails until it's dry. All right, then we're gonna get our mask. I have my 3-layer cloth mask. It's in its own little bag. Clean hands. Make sure your nose is covered, your chin is covered. Cover my ears cause it's cold. And we're good to go. All right, since I did touch my face, sanitize one more time. And don't touch your mask. If you do have to touch your mask, make sure you sanitize your hands before you touch anything else. Many different grocery stores offer curbside pickup or sometimes delivery. Some places don't have that option. So for us, we come to our local farm store. Here's a couple tips that we want you to try to do if you can to make sure you're staying safe. Grab our basket, give it a quick little sanitize. Other sanitize wipes. Again, always use hand sanitizer. And we'll get going. Try to use your own recyclable bag the grocery store allows you to. At Maple Grove Farm, they're happy with that. Make sure they're nice and clean, and if you can, pay with tap so there's less contact. Now that we're home, I sanitize my hands on the way in. Always set your groceries just on the ground. Don't put them on the countertop, just because sometimes lots of times we put food there. So these have been in many places. So let's put them on the ground, which is much easier to clean. And then I'm gonna wash my hands before we start unloading all these groceries. Soap and water is our best friend. What happens is soap is going to break down the container that surrounds the virus, and with our water, it's basically gonna slip off, all right? So we need enough soap and enough water and enough amount of time actually scrubbing our hands, getting in all the little crevices, cracks, nails, then the virus is gonna slip off. So for kids, we like to tell them to sing happy birthday a couple times. Over 20 seconds is how we're gonna be able to properly get rid of the virus, and that's the best way. With our clean hands, take a paper towel, just some soap and water, and wipe down any surfaces that you feel you need to. Don't use any bleach, ammonia, or any of those hard chemicals on cardboard, plastic, or especially our fresh produce. Just wipe it down quick, put it away, and we're good to go. A good idea is if you work in a place that has a lot of high contact with other people, such as you work at a grocery store, you're a first responder, any of the essential services, you're still gonna have a lot of contact with people outside of your bubble. And our kids, when they get home from school or daycare, take off clothes that you wore that day, leave them at the front door, or even better, leave them in the garage, leave your backpacks, sanitize, wipe those things down, wash them separately, and change into new comfy clothes. If you live with someone who's at higher risk or yourself are at higher risk, potentially try to ask others for favors. Again, do delivery, if that's an option, grocery drop off, those types of things. But if you do have to go out and you decide you want to wear gloves, that's totally fine. We are suggesting or asking that you wear vinyl gloves versus medical nitrile gloves. We actually have a huge shortage of nitrile gloves. So if we can reserve those for our first responders, that would be a huge help. When you're wearing your gloves, you still want to sanitize before you put gloves on. We're doing everything we can. So we'll put our gloves on. You go out. And before you enter the store, just as in I sanitize my hands in the car, after I put my mask on, I get in the store, I'm gonna sanitize again because I'm still touching things. Sanitize your gloves as well. There's nothing wrong with that. So put some hand sanitizer on your gloves, do your shopping, come out, and we wanna show you how to actually properly remove your vinyl gloves. You wore them to protect yourself, so we wanna make sure that we take them off properly so I'm not having germs all over my fingers and now I'm reaching like this. It really kind of defeats the purpose of wearing those vinyl gloves. So what you're gonna do as soon as you get back, use hand sanitizer if you want. If not, what you're gonna do, grab the center of one glove and pull it straight off and go like that. Sometimes we like to play Simon Says. All right, so Simon Says, pull it straight off. Simon Says, take this hand and put your hand in a fist. Simon Says, flip your hand upside down and go from underneath your wrist. So your finger's underneath your glove there, and you're gonna flip the glove inside out. All right, so that way the germs are inside, your hands are in a much better situation. Let's say if you did need that added protection, dispose of these properly, and then use your 60 or above. We suggest 80% hand sanitizer. If you're using a surgical mask, which is totally fine, one-time use, make sure it's a 3-layer non-medical surgical mask. When you're using these, hold on to the straps 1 ear at a time. Pull it up over top of your nose. Make sure you pinch on either side so you get a good seal. it's covering your chin. Sanitize your hands one more time. And again, do not touch your mask until you're completely done. If you do touch your mask, sanitize your hands. One more thing I want to go over with masks is just the best way that we can help our kids safely put their masks on. So cloth masks would be our best bet for kids as we're sending them to school, daycare, or just if they have to take along with us throughout the day. Always have a backup so that one, they can change after lunch or change if it gets too saturated. But then having some surgical masks, disposable surgical masks as a backup in their bag is a great idea too, because we know sometimes we forget them. You'll get in the car halfway to somewhere, you're like, do you have a mask? Do I have a mask? Everybody needs a mask. So just having a backup is a fantastic idea. So I'm going to show you how to help Lakeland, or Anna, almost mixed that up, how to help her put on her surgical mask. So what we're gonna do is take out a brand new surgical mask. Again, the least amount I can touch it, the better. The kids' ones also have a little metal nose piece, and a little bit more obvious, the kitty cat side goes on the outside, and this is gonna go against her face. All right, so same way, loop it around one ear, loop it around the other ear, and then we're just gonna give it a little pinch, pull it all the way down, squish, 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 and she's good to go. We hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. I hope that you picked up a little trick here or two that maybe you hadn't thought of or heard in a while. Sometimes just a little reminder is good for all of us. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel and follow us along our journey in family and home and even safety for our friends. That's the journey that we're on, and we would love to share that with you. If you need any personal protective equipment, PPE, hand sanitizer, anything like that, please reach out to us, realrescuetraining.com. Social media, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We've got it all. We're even on Pinterest now.